Week 3 of the LSU season is coming up, and it is, of course, a big one as we start off conference play, SEC conference play against Florida at home. Our second straight home game, our second of actually 3 straight home games, because, of course, we have a home game against Southeastern next week. But this week, we got ourselves the first matchup in the SEC against Florida. It was originally supposed to be a ranked battle, but, of course, we know Florida, of course, choked at the very end against South Florida, so they are, of course, 1-1 on the year. Of course, us 2-0. Sort of a rough win, I should say, a little bit against Louisiana Tech. Probably should have been more. Some stuff they definitely need to work on. I didn't do a review video. I wasn't able to do a review video on that game on last week's game. I did do a little bit of a review post on my X. If you guys are not followed on the X, definitely go and do that. Link to that is going to be down in the description below. Mostly just talked about how offense kind of struggled. Offense wasn't really the best. Defense, of course, was actually the best thing going on. But of course, today we're going over a little preview video for the LSU Florida game for this upcoming game against Florida. That's, of course, what we'll be going over here in this video. So, welcome everybody to the BrewCrew channel. My name is Hayden Brewer. Of course, again, LSU Week 3 preview is, of course, what we'll be doing. And before we get on into the video, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification for future upcoming videos on the channel. Of course, I do football content like this, do some wrestling content as well. Of course, I've been doing a lot of football content, but try to get some wrestling content back in when I can. But let's continue on with this video. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our Week 3 preview. So I want to start off with something that I am sort of looking forward to, and of course, really with how great this defense has been playing, I'm really actually looking forward to see how this defense does against DJ Lagway and this Florida offense. It's definitely been one of the big games on our schedule, especially for the defensive wise, because of a quarterback like DJ Lagway and an offense that Florida has. So with how great and tough our defense is, and right now one of the top defenses in the country right now, and definitely excited to see how this defense does against this Florida offense, against their quarterback DJ Lagway. So that's kind of one of the things I'm looking forward to. That kind of is, only if I'm honest with you, the only thing I am looking forward to, because there is a few questions that I do need to talk about and that I hope we can see in this next game. There is, of course, a question with the defense is like, of course, kind of asked this before, is like, can we keep this up? Can we continue to be a dominant defense? Because I think we can. Definitely need to try to get the turnovers going. We didn't get a lot of turnovers last game against Louisiana Tech, as probably we should have. Hopefully the turnovers can differ this game, especially against this Florida team. We are favored, of course, according to ESPN. We are favored to win this game, so hopefully we can. Of course, it's at home. It's the gold out game. It's the gold game, so all the fans who are going there are going to be wearing gold, so that's definitely going to be great to see. But really, some important questions are just mostly on the offensive side, because, of course, I said this before, offense was not that great against Louisiana Tech. That Louisiana Tech defense apparently just was, they came to play, they were prepared, and I don't know. So mostly a question for this offense is like, we need some sort of running identity. I know we got Caden Durham. I know we're doing stuff in the backfield with Xavier Thomas and Jawan Johnson, and of course the freshman running back and Caleb Jackson, the freshman running back who had a couple plays last game against Louisiana Tech. He had a big run. I can't remember his name, but he was one of the top, I think was the top running back in recruiting coming into this season when he committed to us. So we need to have some sort of running identity, and that's just kind of the one struggle that we're at right now with this offense. Another thing with this offense is, like, of course, can this line do better is all I can say, really, because now, of course, I believe we have an injury to our starting center, so DJ Chester is now going to be the center, I believe, which is definitely going to be interesting to see how this offensive line will be. Hopefully they can continue to try to protect Garrett Nussmeier. So that's definitely a question, especially against a Florida team that does have a pretty good defense, and does have some pretty good defensive players that we got to potentially look out for. Um, but another question for the offense is, of course, of who the line is protecting with Garrett Nussmeier. Is mostly I want to see more of Garrett Nussmeier. So that's kind of the question: can we see more of Garrett Nussmeier? And that was sort of the question I said in for Louisiana Tech. And like we saw some, there's some great throws he did, but sometimes he had some questionable decisions, and of course definitely got pressured a lot. So it's kind of a combination of like, can this offensive line protect him, and can Nussmeier have enough time to get the big throws that we know he can make, and hopefully he can get these touchdowns up. I mean, right now he's 469 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 54 for 79 already through the first 3 weeks right now. So it's not bad numbers for through the first 2 weeks, but hopefully they can keep going up, and hopefully he can have more than just 1 touchdown in a game, because that's definitely not a good look for a quarterback like him, who is being praised as one of the top, of course, this season, that he's just getting 1 touchdown per game. But hopefully it can go up, and I think it will. It is a tough defense. He's going to have his top target in Aaron Anderson, and that's another thing. Like, this offense has really great weapons in the receiving room, and they got to get utilized in some way, which they are in the run game, but they need to get utilized more in the passing game. The transfer Brown got his first touchdown of the year. Or was it Brown, or was it? No, it was the other Anderson. I can't remember his name I can't remember his first name. No, it was the other transfer, Anderson. I can't remember his first name for some reason. Got his first touchdown as an LSU Tiger. So that, of course, was big. There is, of course, another injury to this offense. Trey'Dez Green, if you don't remember, had that leg injury that he had. Of course, had to go out the rest of the game. I think it was yesterday we got the news came out that it's nothing too serious, nothing fatal, so it was just kind of a minor injury. I think it was like some sort of sprain injury that he had. So he will miss this game, sadly, so that, of course, is one weapon of Garrett Nussmeier that will not play. Probably would be out for maybe this game and maybe the next couple weeks, but it looks like they are saying that he could potentially be back some time around the middle of the season. But hopefully we can see him soon. Hopefully we'll get him back soon. Of course, he's a viable part of course, this offense. So hopefully we can get him back soon, especially towards the end of the season, towards getting into those big games. So most of all, really, my questions just kind of revolve around this offense, because like there's a lot of stuff that this offense still needs to answer, and we should have gotten those answers a little bit against Louisiana Tech, but it's like, if you're going to play like this and put up 23 points against a team like Louisiana Tech, it's like, I don't how are we going to know how you guys are going to fare against Florida, who, yes, of course, they lost to South Florida in a field goal, but still, they could be a tough team to play against. They're still going to be a tough team. They're still going to give us a tough time. It's always a tough game when we play against them, but we have the home field advantage. We do have the better looking team, so yeah, that's definitely it. And of course, to end us off with the final question, same question I always do for these preview videos, is can we beat Florida? And I think we do have a good chance. Like I said before, we are around 61% chance of winning by ESPN. I'm looking on ESPN here right now. We got 61% chance of winning, of predicting us to win. I don't know by what margin. I can't really find. I think it's actually saying like around an 8-point win, which is pretty big, probably because of like them losing to a team like South Florida. There's not really a lot of hope that they could have a chance to win, but I mean, there's a chance they could. And this is the LSU Florida game. These games are always crazy throughout this rivalry, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I truly believe that we have a chance against them. I think we do have a chance with how our defense has been playing, and hopefully we can get something going on this offense that I think we do have a good chance to win. So, but I'm excited to see, and so yeah, I'm excited to see, and so yeah, so there is, of course, the preview for this LSU Florida game, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited as well for this game. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited and what you guys are looking forward to in this game. What changes you're hoping to see. What stuff you're hoping to see on the defense or offensive side. Let me know in the comments down below and all that. So yeah, again, of course, I talked about my account on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Talked about my post that I did. Of course, talked about that the link to my X account is of course down in the link in the description below, and so is of the YouTube, Instagram as well. So go follow those two. So definitely go follow those two if y'all want. Again, links to both of those will be down in the description below. And so yeah, definitely looking forward to this game as always. And of course, before we head out, I don't know what the heck I'm trying to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button. Again, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't yet, and hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos on the channel. And with all this out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, kind of a weird ending. I don't know what the heck was going on with me. With everything out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the game. I don't know if I'll do a live stream or anything. I did talk about this a little bit with my Saints. Of course, I did my first live stream with the Saints. It was kind of a crazy live stream. Don't know about LSU games. Maybe try to live stream this LSU game. I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing this weekend. But I do want to say for the Saints, before I get to my preview video for that, I will do a live stream for Saints games this year. So definitely looking forward to that. So just wanted to kind of go ahead and say that real quick before I leave. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful day. And again, as always, I will see you guys in the next video.